utilization of fiber. This can only occur if markets are for this material. We believe that legislating forest practices is not the answer, but the incentive of a profitable and acceptable forest industry is. At Fleetwood, we're actively pursuing opportunities to provide community forest services, low-impact harvesting practices, and utilization of waste products. We were one of the first grounds on the coast to operate, we're one of the first firms on the coast to operate low ground pressure skidders as a replacement for rubber-tired machines. We are currently acquiring a long line yarding system capable which will allow us to clear cut or selectively log over spans longer than 2,000 feet with reduced road building. We've proposed to build and operate a community log sort on the Hillside Industrial Park. This facility will be available to everyone in the community who wishes to sell and buy logs with no strings attached. We have also proposed to build and operate a wood waste conversion plant. This plant would process waste that is now being left behind, burnt, or buried into usable products. Overall, we're very optimistic about our future here on the Sunshine Coast. We are eager to participate in constructive, positive communication with all residents and with any interested agency. We are committed to be responsible to local community needs and concerns. At the same time, we have a bottom line responsibility to our employees and our customers. That responsibility calls for us to be productive, to carry out our activities carefully, to be responsible for our actions. Our employees have invested in homes and built their lives around our ability to carry out these activities. Our customers have signed contracts calling us to deliver products to them using approved methods. The bottom line is that these responsibilities require us to use all legal means at our disposal to carry out the lawful obligations under timber sale and other timber harvesting contracts. We are committed to that responsibility. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandy. And now I'd like to call on Kevin Helenius.
Thank you, Chairman. I don't have any speech prepared. I do agree with environmentalists on their points that the forest must be preserved, but I also agree that we have to maintain an economy. I think the community has to be listened to in great depth because it's the community's forest that is being dealt with. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. And now I'd like to call on Tim Knight.
Thank you. Over the past few weeks, headlines in the 3 local papers and the Vancouver Sun have been screaming, "No clear-cut logging." Concerned coast residents have been quoted as saying, "Our position is non-negotiable." The reason that I, as a professional forester and a non-partisan forest industry consultant, have been asked to sit up here tonight is to respond to the proposal submitted to the Ministry of Forests by the concerned coast residents. This proposal calls for a complete ban on clear-cut logging and a switch to a selective logging harvesting system. I have spent a great deal of time over the last month reviewing this proposal and have written a multi-page dissertation attempting to answer all of the questions raised in the proposal in detail. Unfortunately, from the feedback I've received to date, people have only latched on to the fact that the only reason we clear-cut log is an economic one. Clear-cut logging is a management tool used by the forest industry to ensure a healthy forest of site-specific tree species managed on a sustained yield basis. This is not to say that clear-cut logging is the only way to achieve this goal. The forests on the Roberts Creek face are predominantly Douglas fir. Research has proven that this type of forest Douglas fir will not regenerate under a canopy. If we are to implement the Concerned Coast residents' proposal, we will, from a management point of view, be developing a forest of off-site, slower-growing hemlock and cedar. Is this acceptable? From a management point of view, it is not. I firmly believe that if we are going to manage these forests in perpetuity, we must continue with the clear-cut logging process and management for the production of Douglas fir. The Concerned Coast residents have raised valid concerns regarding water quality, recreation, wildlife, and other resources of the forest. These concerns need to be addressed and solutions found before logging proceeds. The purpose of the pre-harvest silvicultural prescription, an integral part of any cutting permit document, is to identify all of the resource values present on any given site and to ensure these resources are dealt with. From a forest management standpoint, we need to better realize the multifunctional use of the forest. We as foresters must strive towards better site-specific forest management. In many instances, timber is no longer the prime resource that the forest has to offer. We have to learn to recognize this fact and manage for the resource present in the specific area.